It's everybody's fault. And this is what I try to say, right? Like if you oh man, and it's so difficult to get that across because
Yeah,
once again it
articulate.
sounds like you're a sellout or whatever. But it don't even matter at this point. Like who cares? It's everybody's fault.
Mm-hmm.
For like the white people who do have the power, who are so driven by money that they have used black people and black influencers to basically, as you said, pimp us out. It's their fault because that's horrible. Why would you do that? I mean, you got to be a really horrible person to do that. For the black people who see this money and they just can't get enough, it's one thing if you make it and you got enough money to last yourself, but you have so much money that you could last yourself over lifetimes. That means you got too much. You don't need all that.
No.
Yeah, you continue to make this type of music. You continue to do these endorsement deals. It's your fault. The teachers who aren't paid enough to really care, it's the school's fault for not pressing somebody above them to pay them. And for teachers, if you sign up for the job and you're not being an impact in these kids' life, it's your fault. For the kids, the only people who aren't at fault are kids until they get to a certain age. Once they
Yep.
get to high school, a lot of it is their fault as well. So it's everybody's fault. And
Yeah,
the one thing that I learned that I forgot who told it to me, but it was probably one of the most valuable things I could have ever learned, and it was about my relationship. No relationship should be 50-50. That's a lie. It shouldn't be 50-50. It shouldn't be 75-25. Shouldn't be 60-40. A relationship should be 100-100. And that goes for everything. The relationship between a student and a teacher needs to be 100-100. The relationship between white people and black people needs to be 100-100. The relationship between a man and a woman or partners or whatever needs to be 100-100. The relationship between police and the community, it needs to be 100-100. Everybody is so set on blaming other people for their F-ups or their screw-ups or for their lack in a certain area or for their ignorance or whatever the case may be. They are not interested in being 100% of themselves. That's why the world is in such a bad position,
Yep.
because everybody is blaming this person, blaming that person. If I hear one more black person say it's the white man's fault, you don't really know what you're saying. You're not talking about the white man, Mark Jacobs. You're talking about your freaking neighbor just because he's white. You hate him because he's white.
Because of skin color, you're no different than him.
Exactly. You're no different than him. That makes you a racist.